that they recommend you to download, the Nutrilite Active. Okay, so let us proceed to the tonight's topic. Okay, so it's about the run. So like I told you, I'm not a runner, but from the left you can see actually even when I'm not a runner, when I just starting to run, right, I just tell myself I just want to stay active and I just want to sweat, I just want to move. Okay, that is just a very simple starting point when I just started running using the Nike apps. Okay, so there's a lot of apps out there that you can actually use, but do stick to one so that you feel the loyalty, and then you also have the momentum to keep doing it, because you unlock a lot of things and then you achieve the milestone. You can also track your history and also your record in one place, right? So for this particular event that virtual run is happening is exceptional because it's we have to use the apps, but it's also fun thing, okay, to actually do it virtually, because now, although we are slowly opening up, but then we also not sure whether the new virus variants will cause more harm to us or not. So let's just stay safe and also try to embrace this virtual thing, and also how to actually do it in a distancing. So on the left, you can also see once I started, I also not a very not to say I will run every day, but I just try to be consistent and then try to run whenever I have time or whenever I feel like running, then I'll go for it. Okay, and then there's also no restriction. You can see sometimes I run 2 km, sometimes I run 5 km, sometimes I run more than 5 km, and so on. Okay, so there's a quote to share here before I proceed further on the 6 tips, right? Whatever distance that you believe you can achieve, right, that is actually the exact distance that you will end up running. Okay, so in short, we have to trust ourselves lah. So for this one, 250,000 km collectively by everyone, I think definitely is doable, because we have so many distributorship, right? So let's work together to make us achieve this Malaysia Book of Record lah. Okay, so first tips of running. Okay, I think this is applicable, especially for us to have the weight management journey. All that also is the same concept. So whenever we want to kickstart something that we don't really do it often, or it's not our habit to do it, then I think this is a very good tip, which is to find our tribe. So when we say find our tribe, the reason behind it is actually to get the motivation from the like-minded people. So people who already also excited want to do it, or people who also already doing it, those are the people that we want to mingle and also go into together. Okay, and this is also important along the way, that it become a supportive role to us. And then secondly, when we find our tribe to do this together, then it's also recommended to have our private group, or we can actually leverage on the social media or some of the common apps to do this together. So for this virtual run, I think we can, the apps itself is something that we leverage on together. I mean, Nutrilite Active is the app that we will talk in a common language. And at the same time, I think once we have gathered whoever that will be joining, then I will form also a private group, a private WhatsApp group, so that all of us will be in together, and then we can share our daily progress. But this is more on running. Okay, so we can also share some of the nice picture of us running and the view that we see, all that. Okay, so number 3, keep posting picture to keep each other's spirit up. So the purpose of having that group itself is actually to motivate each other, and then I think it's also make us try to break through, because whenever we do 1 km and then we saw people also do 1.5, and then probably we say, hey, maybe I can push myself to do more. Okay, so that is how actually we give a positive competition there. And then there's also another point, which is I would like to share this simple story only. Okay, there's one guy that actually want to buy a fish from a aquarium shop. So he tell the boss, I want to buy this fish, but just make sure that the fish will not grow too big, because my house I only have a small bowl to keep this fish. And then you know what the boss tell this guy? The boss say that don't worry, because fish normally, if you keep it in a small bowl, then it will not outgrow the bowl size. It will just grow maximum the size of that bowl only. So I think this is a very interesting story, a short one, but then it's a great analogy for us to reflect us in our life. Okay, and it's relating to this point also. Why we want to find our tribe is because if let's say today we find a tribe that don't feel like moving, lazy to move, always say that just chill or what, then we will be confined just like this fish in that kind of environment. But today, if we want to move more, we want to be an active person, we want to be fit, and then we have to find the tribe that actually give us the environment and also the space to grow into that size, right? So same goes to this fish story. Okay, so tips number 2, tackle from the 5K. Okay, so I think this 150 kilometer for 1 month is just nice, because if you split it across 30 days, 1 day is only 5K, right? And not necessarily you have to do it 5K consistently. Sometimes maybe you'll do more, and then sometimes you do less, and so on. But averagely 5K. So on this point, actually, what I'm trying to say is everything is doable if we learn how to break it into a realistic goal. Okay, so this is a very simple strategy, but a lot of people didn't use it in their daily life. Okay, sometimes when we handle one big project, we feel very stressed, don't know how to do, don't know how to start. But actually, just stay calm and try to break everything into small pieces, and then you know how to cope slowly. Okay, so number 2, we can cook a big fish in a small pan, learn how to cut it. Okay, so this is also a fish story. Okay, a story relating to using a fish as example. Okay, so sometimes we go to this story is about one guy go to the market and then want to buy a fish, and then tell the seller that the pan size is only this size, so I cannot buy a fish which is larger than the pan size. But he didn't think of actually he can cut the fish into a smaller piece, and that is actually what we did on our daily task, right? We know how to do it. But when it comes to work and when it comes to this kind of challenge, then we suddenly forgot about this strategy that we can actually cut things into a smaller piece and try to accomplish it. Okay, so number 3, challenge our limit from time to time to get more self-satisfaction. Okay, so I think it's also good that if let's say we break it to a smaller piece, the moment we are comfortable achieving 5K, 3K, then that's the moment that we feel more confident to like push ourselves further. Okay, maybe you still stick to 5K, but you increase your pace. Or maybe if you still stick to 5K, but you increase your rhythm of breathing, all that. So all this is also a way to improve in a different aspect, right? So when it is small, we know how to handle, and then we learn how to challenge ourselves more. And number 3, okay, tips number 3 is actually very specific to current situation, especially for the past 2 years, we have been under this pandemic thing. So this is a new tips, which is to keep distance. Okay, so whenever we are running, although it's a virtual run, sometimes we wish to go out and run for real also, right? Not only at home. So we can actually run around our compound. We can go to the park nearby, but just try to observe this caution and recommendation. Try to keep 6 feet, 2 meters away from others. Okay, avoid congested run area. So if you know already that is a very popular spot, okay, probably you can find some other hidden spot that you can actually do the running. Okay, and then discover your favorite running spot, okay, through these activities. Okay, and I think despite the distancing, right, we should also still smile and wave. Okay, although we are doing all the distancing, but the purpose of us do the distancing is because we want to reduce the spread. Okay, but it's not to keep us away from any human being or try to be unfriendly. Like, so this is just a gentle reminder, we can still be friendly even with the distancing. So try to practice how to smile and also wave to people who actually run towards us also. So that will be fun when we are doing the running. Okay, so wear mask only if you are comfortable with your breathing. So especially when we are exercising or when we are doing activities, right? If you wear mask, of course it's better, but if let's say when you wear mask, you feel uncomfortable with the breathing, please do not do that, okay? You can actually practice distancing or go to the place that is not crowded. That will be better. Okay, don't force yourself when you feel suffocated and then you still wear mask, right? Especially if you are exercising, this is very important. Okay, so number 4, look for reward. Okay, so it can be fun. I mean, even though you are not a running person, like how when I just started running, I also try to go to the park where I can find some very nice view. So once I'm done with my running, I can actually take some very nice photo. So this is part of the reward also. So look for enjoyment you can get from each run rather than the challenge. So this is a twist of the mindset. The activities that we are going to do is still the same, but the mindset that we actually go to do these activities is changed and is different, right? So also, for example, we can anticipate some beautiful sunrise, sunset, okay, some beautiful sky, the view on the particular running spot, or even our own physique change. So through the running process, you feel, hey, suddenly my lean muscle or muscle is coming out, then you feel great. So these are the kind of reward that we want to look for, rather than just keep thinking, another 3 km, another 5 km. No, okay, we think about the reward that we will be anticipating. Okay, so mentally reward is also very important, because through running and also exercise, we actually feel relief. Okay, it reduces the stress. This is already a proven scientific research, whereby when we exercise or when we sweat, it actually makes us feel great. Okay, less stress, because when we're running, we like put aside everything. Okay, you just focus on the running, and then also keep pace with your breathing, all that. So number 5, take care of our joint. Okay, so especially for people who have the weight issue, or who actually have a previous injury, have to be very careful when we're doing these running activities. Okay, learn to take care of our body while we're running. Okay, although it's a very healthy thing to be active, to be moving around always, but we also have to cope with the potential burden that is given to our joints, all that. So running is a high impact exercise that actually put a load to our joints. So joint is not only the knee, it can be at our ankle area. Every place where two bones actually meet together is the joint that we want to take care of. So number 3, take care of not only the joint, also take care of our muscle, our bone, right? So learn how to actually supplement ourselves when we are doing the exercise. So this is particularly for running, okay? But previously, I think in the previous session, I always share, whenever we work out or when we are engaged with fitness activities, right? We need to learn how to supplement ourselves with antioxidants and also other supplementation, which actually help us, okay? So that our body will not be oxidized in excessively. So in here, in terms of joint and also bones and muscles, right, I will highly recommend glucosamine, collagens, and also our protein. Okay, so these 3 is also, if you realize, not these 3, okay, at least the 2, collagen and also protein, is also entitled for this month promotion. So whoever who joined the marathons, right, or your friend who joined, right, you can also take this opportunity to encourage them to try out other product on top of the minimum requirement, which is protein or body keys, right? Because if let's say they are newly joined, they can actually pick up another product, and then they meet 200, they can utilize their voucher already, right? So we learn how to make them enjoy even more discount and rebates. Okay, so last, okay, favorite attire. So to make it more fun, other than looking forward for the reward, we can also make us feel great from inside. Okay, so this is some favorite attire we can actually look forward when we want to exercise, all that. Love what we do, and also love how we look, okay, when we're doing the activities. So get a favorite sport attire or favorites running shoes to kickstart with home, okay. So this is just I think a very good tips also, especially whenever we look great, you will perform better. Okay, I'm not sure whether you agree with me or not. For example, if today we're going for an interview, if you wear smartly or you wear very sluggishly, the outcome and your performance will different. Okay, so same goes to today. If you are going for a run or you are doing a fitness activities, you wear something that you make yourself feel good, feel confident, then you will be performing better. Okay, and then see the wear and tear. At the same time, when you use this favorite attire and also shoes, right, we also see the wear and tear of it, and then we will start to appreciate the achievement. That means if let's say it really wear and tear, That means we are doing this thing consistently and we are doing it progressively very well. Okay, so trust me, you'll feel very great, especially now you change your sports shoes even more frequently. Last time probably 2 to 3 years, it still look very new. That means you never exercise or you never go to activities, right? But now maybe 1 year already, you feel like the tapak kaki already hosted so many, you can already get a new one. But even you need to like spend money to get a new one, you feel very content and happy because you know that you really make use of this investment. It's not like you just shop for it and then you put aside, never use. Okay, so lastly, I highly encourage everyone to join this virtual run together because it will be a very easy, not easy lah. I mean, it will be a very great run for anyone who is not a professional runner, just starting one also can join because I think it's very reasonable, 150 kilometer, and then it's so easy to join, right? Just one product and then 30 ringgit. It's very similar to the marathon run that we have outside, because in fact outside I think is sometimes even more expensive. It's not 30 ringgit. So of course, if you plus with our product, it's almost like the normal marathon out there, but you still get your free t-shirt, you still get the medal and also the cert. Okay, so and at the same time, you might also earn yourself a business opportunity.